All right. Number 39. Let it ring there for a little bit. Switch it up. Different ring, different angle. It's a new week, Gabe.
New week, new angle, new mic. Well, not same mic as last week.
Newish mics. I don't even think we mentioned it.
No, I don't.
First episode we used new mics. We didn't mention it.
Got the cord swinging every
Got a
which way.
freaking laptop up here. We got an audio splitter. Look at us.
Look at us going. And the new merch
New merch.
at BeGoodToYourBrother.shopify.com.
I'm not rocking it because I'm poor.
Slowly getting new stuff in. Slowly getting
new stuff in.
Shout out Box. Shout out Jimmy because they bought hats.
Shout out.
Box was repping it at the Powder Puff game Friday night or Wednesday night.
I was so confused why we're shouting Box out. What?
Shout out Box, man.
Shout out Box, man. What a guy.
Another random story about a football coach. I get a notification on my phone yesterday. Travis J. Flickinger added me on Snapchat. I'm like, okay,
let's go.
All right.
The big 45.
All right.
Why not?
But what are we talking about today?
Yeah. So I've got one lead. Okay. I'm all about authenticity here, guys. And I've been thinking all day and all night last night about something we can talk about. Mm-hmm. And I just can't. Everything that I want to talk about, I cannot talk about. Because I've talked to you about some stuff recently, some ideas. But I definitely don't want that to be public. It's not. I mean, it's just it's a personal lead, you know,
of opportunity.
Of opportunity. It's not like anything crazy. It's all it is, just a personal lead of opportunity. But it kind of bleeds in, and this just hit me, like when you were picking the guitar. Mm-hmm. It kind of bleeds in to the title of our show, Be Good to Your Brother, with Jake and Gabe. I'm going to exclude the with Jake and Gabe part, though. Just the concept of being good to your brother is so simple, but it's so daggum hard to do. And I just shared a story with you about how I didn't do it. Now, I will say that there was a random act of unkindness, and that led me to not being good to my brother. But it still shouldn't have been the response that I had. And I think we could just ponder why it's so difficult to just be good to people.
Yeah. Because
everybody seems to just want to screw everybody else these days.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I won't get into the story that you told me about this incident.
You can be vague.
But I'll be vague with it. So you had another guy there that you were kind of protecting.
Yes.
You know? So, like, and you said that you were tired of him getting hassled or whatever.
Yeah.
Right? And
it was kind of like I don't really want to call it bullying, but because the guy that was being targeted wasn't completely aware of it.
Yeah.
I mean, he kind of gave him a weird look, but he wasn't aware.
Yeah.
I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was kind of just an act of bullying, and it just set me off. It was not a good time for some random crap like that to happen in the time and place that I was in, and it set me off. And that, but I just don't know why it's so daggum easy to be that way.
Yeah, that is I guess, I mean, you get spurts of anger and outbursts literally every day of just certain spurts of not being able to control yourself. And I think it comes down to the act of, like, discipline, which, I mean, I had the thought, it's kind of, I might swing around here and come back in, close it. If I don't, I'm sorry. Yeah. But
go for the swing. Pull that trailer.
So I had the thought last night, I'm like, because, I've got this running streak going on, and I'm added on to it today, 825 days. And I'm like, I got to thinking, it's like, I've got this going for me, but like outside of this one discipline, this is like really one of the only disciplined things I have in my life. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like the one thing consistently that I do every day, and that's at least the 15 minutes of running, Yeah. And that's the only thing consistently disciplined I have in my life. Yes, I have the schoolwork I do, and this show, and the other things I do, but the running thing is the only thing I have consistently disciplined in my life. And so I think I'll try to reel it back in here, the fact that we can be able to spill out this just quick outburst of anger is because we're not disciplined in those aspects in our life. Like if the choice for me was, if I had a rolled ankle, or like I was feeling sick, or if I was just hurting, or it was pouring rain and it was 10:30, it was freezing cold outside, I'm still going to run, like, because I'm disciplined in that aspect of my life. If I have a chance to run in those 24 hours, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to have any other aspect deter me away from that, whether it's an injury, whether it's sickness, whether it's whatever. And I've been fortunate and blessed enough to not have that affect me yet, enough to the ability where I've had to, quit running. But in other aspects of my life, how easy is it to just say, well, I'm just going to do that tomorrow, or I'm just going to let someone else handle that, or I'm going to get angry at this person, or I'm going to feed into this temptation, or I'm going to do this or that, because I'm not disciplined in that. And I kind of, I feel like I've kind of struggled with that, especially this past semester of school, really. It's because, I'm in a situation with school, it's like I'm not enjoying it anymore. I'm just kind of battling through it just to finish it. And so when you're going and doing something you don't enjoy doing anymore, it bleeds into other aspects of your life too. And so I guess it just kind of brings you down almost sometimes. So it's harder to stay disciplined in multiple subjects of your life if you're just kind of, it's like, well, I have to go do this. I have to go to sit in the Combs building for 4 or 5 hours today and just sit and stare at a screen, or sit and listen to somebody talk about something I could care less about, that doesn't feel relevant to my life or to my future profession. And it also comes from the fact, like, I'm paying a crap ton of money to go do this when I feel like I could be, but I don't know. That's just something I'm kind of dealing with. So when you're struggling with, you're doing something every day from the discipline aspect, I guess it's just harder to be disciplined in many aspects of your life unless you really, really work on it. For me, when I started running, that's something I would work on every single day, getting up and doing it. And eventually it became easy to me.
Yeah.
Not easy to go out, or easy to run, or to get the motivation to run. And now it's just kind of become a thing of its own. But other aspects of my life, it's harder to do that. It's harder to build that discipline. So, yeah. I don't know. What's your thoughts on that?
That is interesting. And I kind of popped down a couple of notes there. You've already mentioned something, and you said that, parts of your life bleed into the other parts.
Mm-hmm.
And having the discipline in one thing that you really care about, your run streak,
mm-hmm.
that discipline will bleed into other parts of your life, I think, more so than bad things will. However, it's harder
Mm-hmm.
to get that discipline. And I think that's kind of like a trade-off. But just for your instance, what I'm thinking is like school doesn't seem to fit what you want,
Mm-hmm.
maybe, or like you said, it feels irrelevant to your professional life that you're going to pursue.
Yeah.
So if you're not doing what you want to be doing, then why do you want to be disciplined anyways?
Yeah.
I mean, like, no amount of discipline will make you thrive off of crap, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if I want a plant to grow, I can't pour pop over it and tell the plant that it gets to enjoy pop and not water, you know? So I had another thing I was going with there, but I can't remember it now. But that discipline will bleed into the other parts of your life, like it has for school. Because I'm going to be honest, man, the way you were talking, I didn't know if you were making it to December through school.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I wasn't sure if you needed to, really. The way you talked about it and some of the stuff you do with your time there.
Yeah.
Doesn't feel like it's very value adding to your life. That's the same way I felt when I was in school. It was, I enjoyed the actual classes, like where I got to go hands on and do stuff.
Yeah.
Like I got to use a lathe, which looking back scares the life out of me that some Italian professor at EKU, I love him to death.
Serge,
some Italian guy named Sergio Scro. Shout out. Sorry if you didn't want to be name dropped. We might bleep that out. I didn't think about that. But some guy was like, yeah, here's a lathe. Here's how you turn it on. You can change the speed with this. And, don't die. Because they're dangerous. But
yeah.
Anyway, like that stuff I enjoyed because I was learning, and like management was part of the degree.
Yeah.
But if you're wanting to enter a career, then you don't really want to enter in management because you'll have a bunch of people that you're managing that know more about what you're doing than you do, and you have to tell them what to do. Like it's a very common problem that I'm sure a lot of people can relate to. Is that and we talked about it in school all the time because there were a few older people in the program with me, and they were in the same like part of the program. Like we'd put in a lot of the same classes and been there for similar amounts of time, and Serge would be like, listen to your older classmates here who have been working for 10 years in the field, and they have people come in all the time that have no clue what they're doing, and they get to tell them what to do. Yeah. Because they've got a degree. And like it made sense at the time, and then I started working and I really saw it. Yeah, I'm really rambling here. But like I was just showing up to class. And just putting myself through it, and then I had to figure something out to live. It was like I could work 2 jobs and go to class and like not really enjoy what I'm doing. And I was already getting to the point where I was like, I don't really know if this is what I want to do. So that didn't make sense to push myself through for no reason. So I guess you got to find your groove, and like you've built discipline. You can show up and achieve the things you need to achieve and accomplish the things you need to accomplish. Now you've just got to find out what you want to really accomplish. Yeah. And how to get there.
Because like you said, I'll show up, but once I show up, it's like, what's the point of this?
You've got to be doing something once you show up, because you've built this, like time and time again, you've shown up and you've done something.
Mm-hmm.
And because of the things you did and because you showed up, you improved and got better.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go to class and you're like, okay, I'm showing up and I'm doing stuff, and I've gotten nowhere since yesterday.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not nowhere, but like you said, for the amount that you're paying to be there,
Yeah.
that people are paying, and your scholarships and what's coming out of your pocket, you want to be doing something.
Yeah.
You're not getting your value.
Yeah. And I think that's my biggest issue with it. If I feel like I was getting what am I paying this semester? $4,500 that I'm paying this semester. If I felt like I was getting that value out of it, yeah, shoot, I'll be there. But like this week, I did 3 assignments of the same exact thing for one class because, bless her heart, she posted the same thing in like 3 different versions of the same thing. Then she emailed us today after they were due last week. Oh yeah, sorry, I'm only going to be grading one of them because I didn't mean to post the other 2. I'm like, what do you mean? You know,
I've done
and
it. I want credit for it.
You know what the reflection was of me teaching a skill, and I was taught the skill how to tie a shoe. Like, you know, it's just that class, and just like then it's stuff minute as that. Then you got the research project, and it's focused towards people that are going down the thesis route. I'm not doing that. So why am I doing this whole other thing that I don't even have, that's not even going to be relevant for me to do?
Yeah.
And it just feels like that they're pushing, get your doctorate, come back to school so you can come and teach and be a professor. I'm getting a sport administration degree. I would think they'd be teaching me how to become a sport administrator, not a college professor, you know? And it just seems like that's what they're, from at least two of my classes, maybe three out of my 4 classes, maybe that third one. The 4th one's a law class, and it's something in itself, and I actually enjoy that because it's actually useful to my profession, I feel like.
Yeah.
The other one is just marketing. That's like, yeah, that's common sense. Like, I could Google this, but anyways, especially the assignment I did today for it. It's the biggest waste of time. Anyways, but like, if I felt like I was getting value out of it, I would like it. But that it goes back to what we were talking about, showing up and picking and choosing what you're going to show up for. You know, like I'll show up. It's easy for me to show up to run every day because I've got the discipline to it. It's easy for me to show up to class because I'm paying $4,500 this semester for it, and then I'll pay again next semester, and then some for the winter as well. So, yeah, it'll be easy for me to show up because it's costing me, and I have to be there because it is costing me money. But, like, when it comes to other aspects of my life, like, well, I've been wanting to kind of get my body into better shape than it is, like, physique-wise. Like, because, I mean, I'm in pretty good shape the way I am right now. But physique-wise, I've been wanting to do that. But I haven't taken any steps towards it. I haven't started eating better. I haven't started going to the gym more regular. I haven't been going to the gym. I was going to say more regularly. That's a hard word to say. Yes, that word. That's a hard word to say.
I got you, buddy.
But going to the gym, I haven't been doing that. It's hard to show up for that because I had that discipline once back when I was in marathon training. I'd go every day, but I was at Eastern. But now every time I step on Eastern's campus, I'm like, what is the point of this? I just don't like being over there anymore. But so it's hard for me to go over there and do that stuff. And it's not hard for me to find time. I have all the time in the world, but it's just hard for me to get that motivation to go over there and do that because I don't have that discipline set. You hear all the time, motivation cannot provide discipline, but discipline provides the motivation to do something. It's like people say, I don't have the motivation to go to the gym and work out and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I don't have the motivation all the time either, but I'm disciplined enough into doing so. So when it comes to those aspects, I don't have any discipline in that at all. When it comes to reading my Bible every day, I struggle with that a lot. You know, I don't have the set discipline in that. And just when it comes to a lot of different things, I don't have that set discipline in it. And I was just thinking the other night, I was like, man, I've got this one thing going for me, and it's the running. And like that's the only thing that I can do every single day that I know that's going to get done, that I know I'm proud of. And like a lot of other things that I struggle with. So yeah, it's just finding out what you want to show up for, and finding what you want to show up for. I guess showing up is the first place to build that discipline. And with the aspect of like going back to your first point, it's like, why is it so hard to actually be good to your brother? You have to show up and try to be good to your brother, and try to be good to one another and other people, because it's easy to snap. It's easy to snap and just say, well, I'll screw you and all this stuff, and you know, it's easy to do that. Yeah, so you just got to show up and try, I guess, is the best way to build that discipline in it.
That was too easy of an answer. See, we solved. You answered my question in 23 minutes. You were supposed to do it in 60. No, but that is true, and it's even people that are always willing to help and do acts of kindness, just do stuff like that. I mean, they still. I mean, I would imagine they still have a hard time fighting, having outbursts like that.
Yeah.
And, you know, what I did, the story I told you about was, I mean, it was odd for me, because typically I would have had the discipline to not do that.
Yeah.
Because of the setting, because that could have really serious implications given the time and place. And I just wasn't worried about those implications in the moment. I mean, I definitely went too far, but I feel like I had good intention to step in, but I definitely went too far. I don't know.
Well, you look at it from, not trying to make excuses or anything, but if you look at it from this point of view, you're in a place you don't want to be at, right? You don't want to be there. So, first of all, like for me, like when I'm at EKU, it's like, I don't want to be here. So, for you, same place. You're at a place you don't want to be at, so that's one negative thing going in your head. You dealt with that situation, what, 2 or 3 times now?
Third time. It was the third time.
And like that thing kept happening, you know, and so just the pressure kept building, and eventually the pot flowed, right? Yeah. So I'm not making excuses or anything, but that's, I guess, as people, we gotta notice those signs before the pot overflows. That's anything in life. You notice things starting to heat up and the water's rising, because bubbles are rising, about to overflow. You better turn the heat down. You know, find situations to cool things off. I don't know.
Yeah, I might be onto something here. I kind of have to have a hill to climb. I'm best when I have a hill to climb.
Yeah.
When, like, I don't like to not be good at something. Like, I really don't like it. trying to decide how deep I want to go with this. But I really don't like not being good at something that I need to do.
Mm-hmm.
But whenever I figure that thing out, it's like peak experience.
Yeah.
And at the time that happened, I don't have a hill to climb right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like I talked with somebody this week about being the smartest person in the room.
Mm-hmm.
And you never want to be the smartest person in the room. If you're the smartest person in the room,
You're in the wrong room.
amen. Or you're just not.
Yeah.
You might just think you are and you're not. But if you actually are, you're in the wrong room. And so I've gotten to a point where I don't have a hill to climb, and that led me into, I'll just say, doing bad. And I did something bad. And maybe that's got a deeper meaning that can apply to a lot of people. I doubt the majority of people have a hill to climb all the time.
Yeah.
Because I don't right now.
I don't either.
Like, I'd say the biggest hill I have right now that I'm climbing is a run streak. I won't catch up to you, but I'm 805 days behind or so. But that's like
What are you at, 21?
20 or 21, something like that.
Today's Saturday. It should be 21 if you ran today. Did you run today?
I haven't yet.
So it's 20 right now.
But boy, I will. And that's like
treadmill's going on right now.
Yeah, it is. It's downstairs, brother. I love where it's at right now. It's so much easier to get on it. Anyway. So that may be a big part of our original question, is that people don't have the desire of having a hill to climb, the want to be any better than they are right now.
Yeah.
That seems like such an easy fix, because don't you always want to be better than you are right now? Everybody wants to improve. Everybody wants to chase something, but it takes a lot of beating it into somebody to get them to chase.
Well, it's because it's scary to start.
Mm-hmm.
It's scary to start is what it is. You have that lofty goal, but it's terrifying to actually do it. It's terrifying to take that first step. You're scared to start.
You're bleeding into me here.
So it's like I've been thinking, I've said it before, it's like I climbed the mountain back in, mentally, physically, back in April. I climbed the mountain. I was peak mountain in April. Then I went back down to that valley. I got to the top, and you got to go back down. And it just seems like I've been flatlining in the valley ever since. Maybe I come up to a little hill, back down, little hill, back down. The ultra marathon, that was up there, but I didn't get everything out of that I wanted to. I wanted to get more, because I didn't plan for it. I wanted to get more footage behind it. I wanted to make more of a documentary style video out of it. I wanted to do more, but I didn't plan any of that out. I just said, I'll record some clips here and there, and I'll sleep in the back of my car, and didn't plan literally anything. We just showed up and did it. So
it was wild
because I had a vague goal that what I wanted to do. I ran the 50 miles. It sucked. I ran the 50 miles, but I didn't get everything out of that experience that I felt like I could have. So, that was a hill, but it wasn't the mountain.
Yeah.
Like you said, you don't have you said what, a hill to climb.
I've been saying a hill to climb.
But we'll say a mountain. A mountain's a little bit harder to climb than a hill is. We did Pikes Peak, and
that ain't the gorge.
It ain't the gorge. So
that's such a I don't even know what the word is. I don't know,
but a mountain,
like a specific reference.
Yes.
Nobody's gonna get it.
So, but So like a mountain to climb, well, I like that better than just a hill to climb.
Yeah.
Because the hills are, I mean, it's easy to get up and over a hill. Mountain's a lot harder. So a mountain is that big goal that you want to complete. And back in April, I hit it. I climbed that mountain. And so I'm back down the mountain, and it just ebbs and flows, goes up and down. And right now, I don't have a mountain to climb. I thought it would have been graduating college. But, like, for me, it's just like, it is what it is, you know? It's just something I did. Maybe it's getting the master's. Maybe it's getting a job, like a real job. I don't know. Maybe it's getting 10 sales on the Spotify or the Shopify store. I don't know. So, like, I don't know. But I need to find that mountain, and I need to be able to start climbing it. But it is hard, and it is scary to take that first step to climb it. And if you're going to climb a mountain, you can't – if you're going to climb Pikes Peak from the bottom at the little base camp and take the incline up and take the bar trail to the top, you ain't just going to do that unless you're planned and prepared, right? You got to have a plan for it, and you got to be prepared for it. Because what's going to happen, you're going to get up there, you're going to get 12 miles into it, sun's going to start going down, you're going to get a little tired, you're going to have to take a nap.
Mountain lions and bears.
Mountain lions are going to come out, bears are going to come out.
They're going to eat you.
And if you ain't prepared, if you don't have a safe spot to camp, you're done for, you know? So it takes preparation to get to that, to climb that mountain. And here is one thing EKU has harped on: SMART goals. You know, make sure it is basically making sure they're measurable goals, like you can actually do it in a timely manner. It's reasonable, it's measurable. I can't remember the other two, but like make sure that mountain is, you know, people's climbed Everest, so people's done it before. People have run a marathon before. People have, you know, done what you want to do before. 99 times out of 100, people have done what you want to do before. So you need to be able to plan out what you want to do and exactly how. I'm not saying exactly how you want to do it, but at least a vague outline of what you want to do with it. And then you can take that first step. But you also have to take the first step to plan that out.
Yeah.
And that's scary. It's very scary.
Playing mind games with me here. I see what you're doing.
Huh?
You may not be meaning to, but
I'm not meaning to.
You're seriously playing mind games.
I'm not meaning to.
Some of that stuff we talked about.
Well, I'm not buying into it at all. Seriously, I'm not. But it can. It
applies.
It applies to that.
It does. Yeah, just and like I don't know what it would take to inspire people to find a mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know everybody can't be. I don't know. It's just like there's so many people, and it takes all kinds of people. I heard that the other day at work.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about just something random,
mm-hmm.
and one quiet guy and just kind of to the side, he just like shrugged his shoulders and like, yeah, it takes all kinds of people.
Well, you ever see the
And
Amish people?
like,
you ever see the Amish people move a barn?
Boy, they
like,
move it.
They'll pick it, like hundreds of them will pick it up and just move it over there. You know, it takes people to do anything. It takes people. It's a good point.
It takes all kinds of people.
Yeah.
And so it's not necessarily that there's a lot of different mountains.
Yeah.
So my mountain and your mountain are different. And I don't know, it's just like how much better of a place would we be in as a collective society
mm-hmm.
if everybody was doing their best to pursue something better
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
People would be far more inclined to help one another out, because you would see somebody climbing their mountain and you would want them to succeed, because maybe you've climbed your first mountain and you've run your first marathon and crushed it, you know, and somebody may see you after you climbed your mountain, and they may help you get to another mountain, but that thing will bleed everywhere else.
Yeah.
Just like discipline bleeds throughout your life. And once you may have seen it, and I may have talked about this before, but like high school football altered the trajectory of my life in ways that I never would have expected it to. And that sounds stupid and corny, but I got out there and started working with people, and I can think of a few specific people, and not even like professionally, like doing small stuff.
Yeah.
And it's like they feel resistance, and they just like they're done.
Yeah.
When they feel resistance, it's like how come? Like from my perspective, it was like, how come you don't have enough drive to push through that? And that's really unfair, you know. Yeah. And I would never say that to somebody, but like just having the experience of doing 3-a-days, being in the hot sun with football pads on and a helmet and a mouthpiece, so you can't really breathe as optimally as you should.
And wearing a COVID mask for whatever reason.
Wearing a COVID mask.
For whatever reason.
You know.
We're hitting and rubbing up on each other.
So we can't be coughing on each other, though. That would be terrible. But anyway, you know, it just... I'm not really sure where I want to go with that, because I can't think of where... Because right now what I'm looking at is I'm thinking about how we could inspire somebody to find their mountain. And I just, maybe I don't know, and I might be approaching a mountain, but I've not found my mountain yet.
Yeah.
So
I get what you're saying though with like the whole football analogy. Is like, because I feel like, I mean, we gave Jonathan a lot of crap for like the sense of urgency thing and the grit, and you know, Jeremy East would always say grit, have grit, boys, and like the whole sense of urgency thing with Boone and all that. But like it's
rare.
Football kind of installed that into me in aspects, you know. I feel like personal trials that I've kind of put myself through has built discipline more than football, more than kind of high school football did for me. But in my experience, it set the ground, like it set the foundation for that.
Yeah.
You know, if I hadn't went through those tough times, and I mean, bringing up Coach Flick again, if Coach Flick didn't give me such a hard time junior year, maybe I'm not the player I was senior year.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, made all district senior year, you know, so like if he didn't give me a hard time junior year, maybe I don't do that senior year. If I don't learn the struggles and have the hardships of losing to Bell County at home. Me and Dad were talking about this, I guess last night or 2 nights ago, losing to Bell County at home and going over and just feeling that hurt, you know, feeling that that was painful to me.
Yeah.
That was like someone ripped my heart out when we lost that football game. And, you know, if I don't experience that then, how much harder would it have been to experience hardship later pain and hardship later in my life because I've been through those things before. And, maybe some people have been through hardships and stuff and been through struggles and been through having their heart ripped out, but they don't see the better side of it at the end. I mean, for football, yeah, it meant a lot to me, but it was just a game, I mean, there was a lot that went in, like a lot of time and a lot of effort went into that, but it was just a game. Other people and other people's experiences may not be that way. They may actually maybe lost somebody or went through financial struggles or just whatever. Maybe they don't come out of that hardship as positive as other people do, and maybe that's why they can't have that drive to go to climb that mountain and start taking that first step. So I guess what it comes down to can be looking for the positive in the hard times that we have. It's not always going to be sunshine and rainbows. Like right now, our government's kind of in a crappy spot.
It really is. And you know how many taxpayers we got in the country that are paying taxes while the government's shut down?
Yeah.
Where's the money going?
Yeah. So like
the representatives and senators and politicians that are keeping it shut down?
Yeah.
Because that's fair.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah, so like
I was trying to avoid it. You did it.
But like I mean I kind of thought about it earlier. It's like everyone needs to find that mountain. What's our, like, as America, what is our mountain? What is back in the 60s, our mountain was to get to the moon. Okay. We wanted to get to the moon. That was our mountain. I mean, whether it is this or that, but like,
you know what our mountain is now, right?
Yeah, it's to make the rich richer.
It's controlling Americans.
Yes.
And we had a revolution off of much, much more minor circumstances.
Yes.
And here we are, just going along with it.
Yeah.
Because nobody has the drive.
Yeah, because no one has the individual mountains, and we can just have these greedy people that up top that just want to. Their mountain is money, 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 and they just want to climb and climb and climb.
The patriots that founded our country had so much opportunity that they were just looking at.
Yeah,
just looking at it. We're in this land, and we've got a boss across a giant body of water that's dictating how we do things here. That's a load of crap.
Yeah.
And they had all that opportunity right there. Mm-hmm. And so they got fired up and they did something about it. And now we're sitting here, okay, and we've got, it's like we've been crammed into a digital box. Everybody is stuck on how many likes they get on Instagram and stupid crap. And you have representatives and senators in your state that don't represent you. And then you've got a whole bunch of them in Washington, D.C. that don't represent you. It's right over there. And they're dictating what I'm doing here and manipulating me so that their homeboys can make more money. And their homeboys are only their homeboys because they're paying them to make them more money. Mm-hmm. It's ridiculous that we're not all more mad than this. Shout out to the Frog Party. TK will know. TK will know.
I don't know if I'm educated on the
I'll
Frog
educate
Party.
You later. But okay. I don't want to say it on air for personal reasons.
But still, it's like it is insane. It's like everyone is just so focused. Like, shoot, I'm guilty of it. I posted a TikTok the other day, and I'm just like, oh, that got some likes. Oh, cool. I thought that was better than that. It should have got more likes than that. It's like, who cares? Why do I care? I shouldn't care about that.
We're getting freaking robbed all of the time.
I know it.
Getting robbed all the freaking time. Everything costs $100. I know, some things don't cost $100, but once you move out, once you start working, you will learn very quickly that Every time you walk into Walmart, you spend $100. It is the minimum entrance fee.
Yep.
I swear on my life, it's the minimum entrance fee as an adult. $100. You go into Walmart, you can find $100 of stuff that you need like that. And you walk out and you're like, I have plastic forks and paper plates. And those paper towels were $30, you know, like it's stupid. And we're getting taxed so many freaking times, Gabe. This is when I need the arm so I can bring the arm in. And Gabe, we're getting taxed so many freaking times.
I got a letter from the IRS today talking about me being a dependent. It was like something with filing we did wrong.
So
it's like,
so here I am. I'm this box.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry for the people listening because this is completely just descended into a conversation between us. I am this box, and I buy this box,
mm-hmm.
and I build a house on this box,
mm-hmm.
and I have a little family in this box, and I buy a couple cars for this box.
Mm-hmm.
I have paid for this box.
Yeah.
And I'm going to add some wrinkles here because I'm 50 now.
Yeah.
I've paid for everything over here.
Uh-huh.
And you know what I'm still doing? I'm still renting it from the government because taxes never go away. I never owned that box.
Yeah.
I just had an illusion of owning that box. And I'm renting it from the government. And I've paid the government out of every dollar I ever made. I paid them like that much of it.
Yeah.
It makes me so freaking mad that nobody actually cares about this. And people like me will get on social media and be like, 33 cents of my dollar goes to the Fed. And then they don't do anything about it.
Yeah.
So I'm the problem. Is what
I mean,
I'm
I was thinking
I'm the freaking problem, Gabe.
I was thinking about that too.
I'm the reason Epstein's contact list hasn't been released.
I was thinking about that too. Is that
I better stay in.
Okay,
sorry.
Stay in. No, but like I was thinking about this too. It's like you scroll on Facebook all the time, and you see everybody hooping and hollering, but they don't do anything about it. They literally don't do anything about it. We're sitting here hooping and hollering, but how many times do we actually come off the show and do something about it? You know, for me, anyways.
The mountain's not there.
It's like
because it's not a freaking mountain. it's just a big beam that goes into the sky that you can't even see the top of. There ain't no climbing it. There's so much freaking control. And everybody's loyal to the blue or the red.
Mm-hmm.
Baby killer. And then they're over there and like, you want everyone to have a gun. We're so caught up in an illusion that has been built over years that we can't fix basic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
We're supposed to be the best successful country in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And people aren't getting help from the government to eat. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm full Pareto right now, dude. It
is nuts.
It's insane.
I mean, it's nuts.
I mean, I hate to sit here and just complain about it. But this is still answering. This is actually pretty relevant. This is still answering our original question of why people can't just be good to one another.
Yeah.
It's so daggum difficult because we're stuck in this little loop
of self-greed.
Left, right, smart, dumb. We keep doing it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look at the presidential history.
Mm-hmm.
Bing, 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 bing. It's ping pong. If you're not watching, just imagine ping pong.
Red, blue.
Red, blue. Red, blue. Red, blue. Like, oh, blue screwed it up. Red screwed it up. Blue screwed it up. Red screwed it up. And we don't freaking learn from it. We're just like, oh, here's another person that's definitely not in the pocket of billionaires. but they're red, and I kind of like red. I'll pencil that one in because, that they serve the same billionaire that the last red guy served, and the blue guy also serves that same dude because that guy wins no matter what.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I'm fired up.
I mean, yeah.
I'm fired up.
It's like
we should be so freaking mad. They shouldn't shouldn't have any means of controlling us, and we're doing it to ourselves at this point.
Well, it's because the reason people aren't fired up about it is because the changes are so, at least in my experiences, the changes are so minute over time. That it's not just like one day it's like, oh, you give me all this money at one time. It's just over time. It's like, well, tax season, here we go. Here's however this much money. Oh, inflation's gone up just a little bit. Well, okay, what am I going to do about it? Gas goes up and down every day. It's like, well, what can you do? It's something I need, So it's so minute change over time. And eventually we just get to the point that we're so used to it. We're so used to these negative things happening to us that we don't even care to change.
And we get to that point where we just look around and everybody's screwed except a handful of people. Have you ever seen the visual demonstration of America's wealth?
I don't think so.
I'm going to look into it later and I'll send it to you.
Okay. Because
most people think that, the graph of wealth in the U.S. and so this is the top 1% and this is the bottom 100%. Most people think that it's like that, that's what most people's perception is.
Yeah.
They think it's like, oh, these people are struggling, but the government helps them get by, and it's like these people do okay, and these people have a little more money. Mm-hmm. But it's really like that's not even true. It's less than that. It's over here.
Yeah.
This is what we really have. We have no money, and then up here, and the recent graphs of how much money you need to live comfortably in every state. I mean, Kentucky was one of the lowest, and it was like $178,000 of household income. Who is doing that?
Yeah.
You know how many people actually make $178,000 a year?
Household income?
Household income?
Not a lot.
So 2 of 87? No, a little more than that. Anyway, I can't do math. It's hard.
Yeah. Not a lot.
2 people making close to 6 figures is what you need to live comfortably. Nobody's doing that, man.
Yeah.
Nobody's doing that, man. I'm on a fraction of that, and I feel like I do pretty well. Mm-hmm. Granted, I'm in a different circumstance than most people are with their just housing cost. Because my parents are real ones. Shout out TK, shout out BK. But, I mean, people just... This is really what the hill's about.
Yeah.
Is it the top of the mountain is so far that I can't even think about approaching the base of the mountain. Mm-hmm. Because I'll die long before I'm ever at the top.
Yeah.
That's probably the wrong mindset. I shouldn't be sitting here thinking, well, we're screwed, so enjoy it while we can, you know. Or maybe I should be not worried about this at all, and I should just live my life and try to love people as much as I can, because that's probably what Jesus wants. I don't know. This is my first time being here. It's my last time being here. I'm still trying to figure it out.
Well, I guess I got a different... I mean, I understand what you're coming from and what you're saying, and I agree that it's like the whole... This scenario, I thought this was really neat. The renting from the government.
You rent from the government forever.
Yeah.
You will never
I've never thought of it that way.
You will literally never own anything.
Because you're always paying tax on it.
I mean, you pay tax on your income.
Yeah.
You take your taxed income and you buy stuff with that.
Mm-hmm.
And whenever you buy it at the grocery store, when you buy toilet paper,
mm-hmm.
with your taxed income, you get taxed again.
Yeah.
Just as an ASL lesson. And then...
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you save up money and you put it in an account somewhere so it gets invested.
Mm-hmm.
And then that gets taxed again.
Yeah.
And then whenever you actually have that money saved up and you buy a house, pay a bunch of taxes right there, right off the bat. Mm-hmm. And then you escrow all your taxes and the stuff for your mortgage.
Mm-hmm.
And you pay taxes constantly. Even when you own it, you've got to pay taxes on it. If I go buy a truck, cash today.
Yeah.
I own the truck. Wrong. I pay registration fees on it every year.
Yeah.
And I also have to have $100 insurance on it
mm-hmm.
every month.
From one perspective, I think it's fine. Well, this is my perspective of it. I think it's fine that there are taxes, because if we didn't have taxes, we can't.
Fire departments,
police departments. The roads are going to be junk. You're not going to have Social Security. Won't be a thing. Retirement.
It won't be a thing anyway.
It won't be a thing anyway. But
not by the time we get up there.
Retirement's going to be so different than what it is now, or would be different than what it is now. We wouldn't have schools. We wouldn't have most of anything that make our society run. It would be completely different if we didn't have taxes. So I'm fine with taxes. What I'm not fine with is just the misuse of it, or the just letting it sit there, or people, because like I look in my community right now, and we pay taxes and it goes to the state, right? And the state disperses it, or at least whatever. I'm sure Estill County gets some part of our tax money goes to Estill County in some sort, one way or another, right? But you look in our community and it's just like there's nothing going on in it, like what is that money going to, because like my day-to-day life, the tax money that I paid back in April, I guess I just don't see it working. Then you see all the headlines. Oh, we're sending this much money to this country. We're sending this much money to this country. We're sending this much money to this country. But yet we have people starving, and they can't go buy groceries.
We can't take care of our own
we
people.
And we have our elderly.
We have vested interests everywhere.
We have elderly that are struggling in our own country, in our own state, that are struggling, and it's hard for them to take care of themselves.
We're back in, guys. We had a
little off the rails there.
We went a little off the rails. There was I would call that at best a miscommunication, and it was pretty funny. But anyway, we were fired up and we were lost in a pit of hopelessness and despair. Mm-hmm. And I just want to share something with you, Gabe, because you right before that you mentioned tax dollars being mishandled. Mm-hmm. Because money was going all these different places, and we've got people at home struggling.
Yeah.
And we're worried about people down the road struggling.
Yeah.
I'm all for helping people out, but family is the best form of government.
Yes.
Small government. A family is a small government. I feed my kids. Mm-hmm. If I can feed my kids, myself, my family, mm-hmm. and take care of us, then I go help.
Yeah.
Right. Do you know what the national debt is?
Like $33 trillion or something.
You're close.
Stupid like that.
You're close, but you're actually not close at all. It's $38 trillion.
$38 trillion.
So your numbers were close, and that's what I'm going to get into.
Yeah.
Is because you hear millionaire and billionaire all the time.
Yeah.
I just snapped, and that was pretty cringy. Do you know how much time 1,000,000 seconds would be?
Long time.
Not really.
I don't know, like 4 hours.
11 and a half days.
Oh, wasn't even close.
It's okay, buddy. You're not going to school for math. That's okay.
I wasn't even close.
4 hours. I don't know, 30 minutes. So, anywho, 1,000,000 seconds is 11.5 days. So,
All right,
so
a
if,
little TK laugh there.
So if you spent $1 a second, you would spend $1 million in about 11.5 days. I'm sure you've got minutes and seconds, hours. Do you know how long 1,000,000,000 seconds is?
Well, probably like 4 months.
4 months?
Yeah.
Okay.
Closer.
Take another crack at it.
High or low?
You're low.
Okay. 4 years.
Okay. 31.7 years.
Okay.
So 1,000,000,000 seconds is 31.7 years. So think, just that gives you some perspective at how much money $1 million is versus $1 billion is.
Yeah.
Because if I spent $1 every second, and I don't know what I'm doing here.
Be, 11 hours to spend $1 million?
Yeah, 11.5 days.
Sorry, days.
That's $1 a second.
It may look bright in here because of nice lights, but it's very dark outside.
I would spend $1 million in 11.5 days. Now, if I did that for 31.7 years, I would spend $1 billion.
Yeah.
A lot of money.
Yeah.
That is drastically different from $1 million, but it's so easy to think like, oh, millionaire, billionaire.
Yeah.
Right.
But there is, 999 million in one billionaire. Right?
Wait, what?
$999 million in one billionaire. Plus another million. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, that's a big jump.
No, 100 million. So, 1,000 millions is $1 billion. 1,000 millions.
Okay.
So, 38 trillion seconds.
Sorry, guys. I'm not.
That's a big number.
$1 trillion is a lot of money.
So
I think that's the point we need to
38 trillion seconds is 1,204,972.1 years. That's so far from 31 years.
Yes.
So I don't know. I just think that's an interesting demonstration of just quite how much money it is.
So we're in $38 trillion of debt.
And to think, we're in 1,205,000 years of debt. if you want to think about it that way. And it's actually theorized that there are trillionaires in the world, but we don't know because.
Why would you want to be public if you have that much money?
Not only that, but like Russia and other countries, probably shady. And that's something else I've been thinking about a lot lately. This is we're fully off the rails, but if you've listened to us for an hour, you deserve to hear. Maybe you don't deserve it. Maybe you deserve to get off the internet and touch grass. But I mean, how much of what we see is real?
Mm-hmm.
How much propaganda do you think we're fed?
A lot.
I know it's a lot, but I bet it's more than we think. And I don't believe this. I was talking to TK the other day, and I was talking about that, and I was like, there's now. I have a background in probability and statistics.
Mm-hmm.
So take this with a grain of salt, because that's how you have to approach statistics. Is if there's a 0.00000000001% chance, and there is a probability that something could happen. There's a chance that North Korea is a good guy.
Yeah.
Like, they're probably not. They're probably not. It's an overwhelming probably.
Yeah.
But there is a chance that we're fed a bunch of crap, and like North Korea is the good guy. You know, there's a chance that Kim Jong-un is actually the good guy. And we're so far from what we're supposed to be talking about. What are you writing down here?
Looking at evidence.
Looking at evidence. And so there's plenty of evidence that they're not, if that's what you're like I can get on Google Earth right now and show you the evidence, because
I got another point.
The northern part of the island's dark all the time, and the southern part has lights. Like, so people have the freedom to go out of their homes and see.
Yeah.
But where are we getting Google Earth from?
Yeah.
I'm sure that people in North Korea have a different type of service that is similar to Google Earth, but it probably looks different for them. You know, they probably have a different perception. Yep. And there's a lot of like testimonies that North Korea is bad. You know, people get shot trying to leave. Mm-hmm. So that's strong evidence that they're bad. I'm not trying to argue. I'm not trying to defend North Korea, is what I'm getting at. I think they're the bad guy. But, gosh, I shouldn't be. Why in the world am I on a podcast?
Just get to the point, though. I got a feeling you're getting to the good point.
I don't know, man. I don't know what. God. So there's only overwhelming evidence that they're the bad guy, but I still don't have the truth.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I just don't have the truth, because CNN and Fox and every other media you consume is bought and paid for by somebody for their objective.
Yes.
It's a very small group of people. That's where I'm closing with that thought before I say anything else.
No, but when it comes to, well, anything of like the propaganda aspect of what you're talking about, it's like, yeah, we got to look at the evidence that points to it. It's like, well, even when it comes to Christianity versus Islam versus Buddhism or whatever, right? You got to look at the evidence. And you got to look at what's right and what's objective through the evidence. And for me, all signs point to Christianity being the true one. So when it comes to also looking at, you know, stuff in our lives, you got to look at the evidence. What is causing this thing to happen? And this kind of bleeds into another point I kind of wanted to hit on is like, what is causing this issue to happen? We have an issue of $38 trillion in debt.
There's like 535 problems.
Yeah. So like first of all, you got to think, who are you in debt to? That whole concept I'd like someone to sit me down and explain that to me.
Yeah. If somebody's listening that knows,
who are you in debt to? First of all,
bring you into my home. You can tell me.
Number two, we're printing off money every day. What is backing up that money? So the money is there.
Nothing.
Nothing. So that's making that money worthless. And so that makes inflation go up, right? I'm just making sure I'm on the right path.
Yeah, you're there.
So, like, that's an issue that we are facing.
You just keep letting it happen.
That's an issue that we're facing. We're $38 trillion in debt. I don't know. Maybe find a problem or a solution for that problem. Another issue that we're facing is like we're giving that money to everywhere else. You know, that's fine. If you want to do that, fine and dandy. But if that's causing an issue in your own country that people are upset about,
maybe take care of your kids first.
You know? And I don't want to get too far into it, but like that's an issue that people have, and that's a problem that people have, but everyone just wants to point at the problem and point at it and stare at it, but not go over and fix it or not go over and find a solution for it. And that's literally anything. And that's kind of what we were talking about at the beginning with the whole discipline mindset and the whole finding your mountain to climb, right? We see it. We see the mountain over there in the distance. We see over there. We see the goal that we want to do. We see the problem that we want to solve. We see the issues that are happening in our lives, and we just sit and stare and point at them, and point and stare. Maybe we'll wave at it sometimes. Maybe we'll give it a peace sign. Maybe we'll sit and stare back and sit back and laugh. Maybe we'll take a step or two closer to the issue. Be like, I don't know. I don't want to handle that because I don't want to get into it. I'll let someone else handle that issue, or that seems like a hard battle to take on. I'll probably lose it, so I'm not going to go over there and feel. I'll probably fail, so I won't even worry with the effort. We have all these problems and all these issues, and you see on Facebook and social media all the time, everyone just points and stares and hoops and hollers, but no one gives any solutions to the problems, and nobody does anything about it. And that's what kills me when I go on social media and I see people that I care about arguing with one another about stuff that is not relevant to their day-to-day life. Yes, it's relevant to other people's day-to-day life, but you're just going to sit and you're going to call this guy an idiot. That person's going to call you an idiot. And then there's this problem that's still going on, that is still getting worse, but everyone's just pointing and laughing at each other, and they're not actually solving it, and they're not actually working for a solution. And you could put that analogy to literally anything. Everyone's just sitting and pointing and not doing anything about anything. And we're just sitting here printing off more problems, making more problems, and just letting that issue and letting that struggle just sit and grow and grow and grow and grow and grow, and nobody's doing anything about it. And I'm one of them. So and it goes back to the change topic you talked about last week. If you expect other people to change, you got to change first. So that's kind of my message. I don't know. That if you want other people to change, you got to be willing to change.
Well, I'm mad and I feel hopeless.
Rocky Balboa at the end of Rocky IV, preaching to the Russians. If I can change, you can change.
So I'm mad and upset, and I don't feel like being a problem solver right now. So I'm just going to make a couple points that I actually feel like are pretty valid. I'm gonna go ahead and get the first one out of the way. It's wild to me that people can get so convinced that we have this mountain. I've got a really poorly drawn mountain on my notebook here. It's just it's a parabola with a point.
Looks like an upside down V.
Yeah, it's a triangle.
Yeah,
big old triangle. And I've got a little dot, about 17 millimeters, maybe 17 and a half away from it. And it's wild to me that we've got this job that we convince the American people of, that if we put the right person into this job for 8 years, our president, and that they'll make that mountain go away. What? And people get convinced. People get convinced, and they threaten people for not sharing their same beliefs that Trump, Bush, Obama,
whoever,
Hillary, Joe, that they can solve it. And that's the first point, is that people get so wrapped up in, Donald Trump's going to put America first, and Joe Biden just wants to tear the world down. He's Sleepy Joe.
Yeah.
Hear that a lot around here.
Yeah.
Put America first, my butt. Nobody's putting America first. Now, anyway. Boy, we're going to take some heat. Boy, we're going to take some heat if anybody listened for an hour and 20 minutes. Anyway. It's just crazy that we get so wrapped up thinking we can give one person a job for 4 to 8 years and they can resolve that mountain. Now, anyway.
But can I add on to this point?
You can.
So.
You may, sir.
You would think we have this guy that's in power that's got this big old problem. You would think the guy, then his term's over, well, the next guy stepping up, you think they might want to work together.
Help each other out?
You think they might want to help each other out
they'll give up.
and be good to you, brother, and help each other out to make this problem a little smaller. Then once that guy's term's over, the next guy's up. And you know what should happen? They should work together to make this problem a little smaller. And if you do that long enough, eventually that mountain might begin to, or that pile or whatever you got over here, this problem you got, might start to shrink a little bit. If you would have people that are able to work together. But the way the government is right now, at least from my point of view, is we got red in, we got blue in. Well, red and blue, they don't like to make purple anymore. Like you don't want to make purple, because if you make purple, you're just, I don't even know.
Purple's down the drain.
Purple's bad. You don't want to make purple anymore. So it's either red or it's blue.
Bull Moose Party's coming back.
Then it's red. It's like, well, the red hates the blue. It's like Kentucky and Louisville. They don't mix. Kentucky and Louisville, red and blue. They don't mix. And they hate each other, and they've always hated each other, and they always will hate each other. And that's how it is. So if you got a Louisville Cardinal in here doing some good, doing some good things, well, then you got a Kentucky Wildcat in here doing some good things. I was like, yeah, you're a Kentucky Wildcat. I don't like you. You're a Louisville Cardinal.
So I'm going to find this one thing you did 24 years ago, and I'm going to make it the top headline to tear you down.
But, I mean, if you look at it from this perspective, it's just a college rivalry is all it is.
And all the people are only worried about yelling at the red guy at the game, and he's yelling at the blue guy at the game. And
you know what's on the flag? And you know what's on the flag that represents all of us? Red and blue. Both of them's on the flag. So if red and blue can just be able to get along, the government can start up running again, or...
Get TK paid.
And
this is dissolved into
nothing.
Nothing.
It's absurd. It's absolutely absurd.
Now,
but there is a purple. We talked about it earlier. The billionaires that's paying both of them.
They're the purple.
They're the purple, and they're paying the red and the blue to hate each other.
Yeah.
And that's the problem. That's the mountain that needs to be climbed.
The mountain's purple, and we're trying to fight it with red and blue. What are we doing? I mean, I'm not a dermatologist, but that doesn't make sense. So, anyway, my next point. Anywho. Now, if I get tired of looking at the mountain over here, and I get tired of just pitching gravel at it, waving at it,
giving it a peace sign,
and I say, you know what, I'm going to do something. You know what, I'm going to do something here. I'm going to run for office, and I'm going to be the one good one out of the whole batch. I'm not going to take any money from
the purple
people. I'm not going to take any money from some people to push their objectives forward. I'm going to be real. And I'm going to stop the freaking Allen Company. That's what I'm going to do. That's the real mountain, is the Allen Company.
I just want the bridge between Madison and Estill to be finished. Please.
And Bill Wesley's working on it. Anyway, boy. If I decide that I'm going to be that one guy that cares about the people, you know what everyone in that group of 535 and then everybody else that surrounds that is going to do? They are going to do everything they can to keep me out. They can't keep me out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They, one way or another, I'm not going to be heard.
Yeah.
So, like, we've got this problem, and it's only a problem because there has to be a problem to solve.
Yeah.
That's the only reason it's there. It's like most of college, if we want to come that way. If we want to go back a little bit. I mean, like you were talking about earlier, you've got all these classes that want you to go be a doctorate so you can be a professor at EKU for sports management. It's like, so the whole game is just set to serve itself.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a cycle of, they go, you give us your money, and then later we'll pay you to
get other people
to pay us their money, and then.
But we're going to keep most of the money, and we're just going to give you just a little bit of the money. And we're going
to give the president of EKU just
more money than the president of the United States earns.
So much money.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's you're creating a problem for it to be solved, and the worst thing you can do is solve that problem, because then you don't have a job. It's like me at work. If I fix it too fast, you know what I have to do? Go home. You know what I don't do when I go home? Make money.
Get paid.
Exactly. Slow down, brother. We get paid by the hour, not by the job.
And that's why the bridge ain't getting built.
That's why the freaking bridge is still down. They're like, oh, we're going to have some temporary closures of the bridge. Excuse me? You're just going to close it? You know how far you have to go to get around that bridge? And I'm going to have all kinds of people driving down my road to get out to Panola. It's going to, you know how many wrecks are going to happen in front of Larry Combs' house, dude? Because for some reason, if there's a little bit of water on the road, people are like, I'm going to go 70 miles through this curve. And they try, and they take out his fence all the time. What's this come to, man? What are we even talking about? I think, you know what? I'm gonna attempt to kind of wrap this up.
Well, before you do, can I make another point?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess it can also lead to wrapping up. I don't know where you're going to go with for wrapping this up.
I've got a pretty good destination.
But, well, I don't know if our points are going to line. But anyways, I think the problems that we have right now that we've been talking about for at least for the past 15 minutes. 30 minutes are problems too big for us to worry about and too big for us to care about at the moment. I think we need to focus on problems in our lives and in our communities that we can actually, because like me and you, I mean, yeah, we can write a letter to Donald Trump, but like we can write a letter to Andy Bashir, but like
some secretary from UK is going to read it. It's not going to write me a letter back and
say, "Oh, thank you for your input. We'll take that in. Here, make sure to vote.
Drop it in the shredder."
So like we could do that.
Send that to the landfill,
or we could go into our communities and look at problems into our communities and in our lives and in our, like you said, our small governments, our families and stuff, and look at the problems there, then work on finding solutions for them instead of just getting on Facebook and complaining about things and not doing anything about it. That's kind of what my final point wants to be. So if you want to go into,
well, I've got a different final point.
Okay, but
and it's it kind of bleeds into what we talked with Kevin about. Like with all the denominations of the church, I don't really think Jesus would want us to fight over that. You know, I don't think Jesus would want modern churches to be mad over serving coffee or the color of the carpet and stuff like that. I think we should all just love one another, and I think it's important to remember that everything that we've all been worried about ever is just a temporary thing. We're here for a very short time. You believe in Jesus, you accept him into your heart, you've got a path. John 3:16, baby.
And like the little dot that was 17.5 millimeters away from your mountain represents.
It might be 0.6.
6 or 7. Sorry, I'm a child. But you have this little guy. He's not going to be able to move this mountain. But you know who can? Oh. We got God over the. God can move that mountain, you know? So, like, that was kind of cringy, but
that was a little youth pastor shove you, but that's okay.
Sorry, it happens.
It comes out every now and then.
Gotta rein it in, but it's like you noticed our country has kind of strayed farther and farther and farther away from God, and us as a people have kind of strayed farther and farther and farther away from God. Well, you know who also strayed farther and farther and farther away from God and got punished in the Old Testament time and time and time again until they finally came back? Then they were doing good. Well, then they just, it's like, there's so many examples. If you're with God, things are going good. If you're not with God, things are bad. So why don't we all, just kind of look into our history a little bit? So, well, these guys were with God. They most of the time they're doing pretty solid, right? They're loving one another.
Except for Job, he had a really rough go of things.
He came around.
It's so crazy.
His story came around, all right?
I mean, it shouldn't be funny, but it's just so crazy to me that it's written in the Bible that Job's wife told him to curse God and die.
He came around.
He came around, though.
Well, he was always around, but his life came around.
Yeah.
But later on. Anywho. If we're with God, we're chilling, we're going to be fine. That mountain is going to be climbable. It's not going to be that steep tower that you talked about earlier, that skyscraper. It's going to be climbable. Yeah, there's going to be challenges. I'm not saying, if you're with God, it's going to be happy-go-lucky and you're going to make all these riches and it's going to be nice and easy. You're never going to have a hardship in your life. No, I'm not saying that. The Bible actually says the complete opposite. If you're a Christian, your life is going to be hard. It's going to suck at sometimes. There's going to be persecution. There's going to be hardships. But there is a reward one day in heaven. This ain't an earthly reward. It's a heavenly reward that we get to be with him one day if we accept Jesus as our Savior. And so thinking about that and thinking about these worldly perspectives that we're talking about, yes, we need to work on fixing these problems and finding solution to these problems. But when doing so, we need to come at it from a perspective that, hey, God can help us through these earthly problems that we're having, because these earthly problems are relevant to how we live our day-to-day life. And the way we live our day-to-day life is relevant into our mission field and how we're spreading the gospel. So if our day-to-day life sucks and we don't have the motivation to get out of the bed and go do something, how are we going to go spread the gospel? It's hard. It's so when we have these issues and have these problems, it's important to realize that, hey, we need God with them. We need God with us. And if we don't, things are gonna be bad. It's just how it is.
Can't serve two masters.
Mm-mm.
You can.
Jesus said it pretty good.
You got to
love one, and you'll love one and hate the other.
With our limited time on this earth, this rock hurling through space, I think the best thing we can do is just choose to love one another.
Mm-hmm.
Find your mountain in this life that pushes you and makes you want to be a better person,
mm-hmm.
and be good to your brother and love them. Just love people, mm-hmm. and pursue Jesus.
Let's find some scripture that backs this up.
What are you thinking here? You got something in mind?
No. Let's see what the verse of the day is. The verse of the day is 1 Peter 2:24. He himself bore our sins in his body on the cross so that we might die to sin and live for righteousness. By his wounds you have been healed. Dying to sin, man, I think that'd solve a lot of our problems if we just don't sin anymore.
That'd be nice.
Dying to our old self, repenting.
I got Matthew 7:12.
All right.
It's the golden rule. Matthew 7:12 says, "So whatever you wish that others would do to you, do also to them, for this is the law and the prophets."
Mm-hmm.
Treat one another with love and respect. And the best that you can hope for is that somebody will love and respect you.
Mm-hmm.
Control what you can control.
Yep. Control what you can control. We said that a lot in football, didn't we? Maybe I just say that a lot. I don't know.
Dad's, anytime I've asked TK for advice, that was really it. Just control. Be a wingman.
It's good advice. It's good advice, though.
It applies everywhere. If you spend your time worrying about stuff you can't control, you're going to waste a lot of your time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, man.
Boy, we were everywhere.
I think we had a good base, though, considering we didn't know what we were going to talk about.
No, that was pretty successful given our preparation.
Yeah. Find your mountain. I like that a lot.
Find your good mountain. Don't look at the mountain of...
Don't look at the skyscraper.
Don't look at the purple mountain.
Don't look at the purple mountain or the skyscraper.
Find your mountain that makes you
better.
Improve. And brother, I'm ready to wrap this up if you're ready.
Me too.
All right, man.
Let's pray. We didn't do it last week. Dad said, guys, you talked about, you spread the gospel the whole time and didn't pray at the end. I'm like, oh, my goodness.
We could have Kevin do it too.
I forgot, but let's pray. Dear God, thank you for today. Thank you for letting us sit down and chat a little bit. And hopefully what we said brought glory to you today. And we just love you. We love you for the blessings that you've given to us. We thank you for those blessings. We understand that we are in a very blessed situation and that we have a lot of things going for us at the moment. And we talked about a lot of struggles today, a lot of hardships, and let us not take what we have for granted, and just let us do our best to love one another and to be good to the people around us and to serve our families and serve our communities to the best way we can. Please be with us as we go out through this week, as we try to grow this show so we can spread your love with it. I just thank you for everything you've given to us. Thank you for Jake for hosting tonight, and just please be with us through our future encounters with the show and with our personal lives, and just with the listeners as they're listening to, and just the struggles that they deal with on the day-to-day. Just please be with them, and just let them know that you're there for them, and that it's an open door. They can come at any time. We love you. Please forgive us our sins and shortcomings. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Banga, 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 banga. I thought that was a good episode for the most part.
I think that was pretty good.
A couple of times we were a little...
we had one major hiccup. That was
it. A couple hiccups.
Small malfunction.
But, anywho.
All right, guys, that was 39. I'm sorry that you listened, but thank you. As always, we love you.
Jesus loves you.
Be good to your brother.